Hello, everyone. Today is Saturday, February 17th, 2018, and today I am Homer Strong. What that means is I am sporting my Homer High School t-shirt, so thank you to Mr. Sallow for sending that to me. Today, actually, for those of you that don't know, I have a thing where I have rock stars call into my studio, and they talk to me about whatever I want. And there's no one more rockin' than Jasun Pierpoint, the lead singer of SinhaveN from Lansing, Michigan. Jason, it is a pleasure chatting with you today.
Hey, what's going on, Don?
So what should we call you, Jason, or do you have any nicknames you want to share?
Well, I have been known as Beer Plug.
Beer Plug. So 15, 20 years later, buddy, you still go by Beer Plug.
Beer Plug it is, man.
Perfect.
I have parents that still call me that from when I was younger, and they don't even know what my real name is.
So it's like politically correct now.
I guess so.
So you're in a band called SinhaveN, is that right?
That's correct.
So tell us about SinhaveN, like who does what in the band?
Well, SinhaveN was put together in 2016, about mid-2016, by my bass player, John. He was in a few bands and wanted to get something new going, and started looking, doing the whole Craigslist thing, trying to find players, and put together a couple guitar players, and then got a drummer that he worked with for a long time named Keir, Katie Murray, and then got me. I was the last one to come aboard about mid-2016 there, and we started writing some music and started getting some momentum going. Did a lot of really cool things, started recording some music right off the bat and getting out and playing shows. And then towards the end of 2017, we parted ways with our two guitar players, our lead guitar player, rhythm guitar player, and then picked up two brand new guitar players at the beginning of this year. So it was kind of a restart mode for the guitar players, and we're just doing the same pattern, man.
So it's all full steam ahead from here.
Yes, it is. Yeah, we got Ken Keller on lead guitar, and Josh Bogard is our rhythm guitar player. Katie Murray still our drummer. John is still our bass player, and yeah, we're moving.
Perfect. So there's been some attention surrounding your new single, World So Mad. Can you tell us about it and maybe where fans can score some music by SinhaveN?
Yeah, that's a brand new track that we just recorded around the beginning of the year. We chose to go into the new year with it because it kind of follows a message of, the world being so mad, but, if each one of us just listens to each other a little bit more and has a little more empathy for the guy next to us, we might be able to make a little bit of a difference, and right now that's a really important thing, especially with the stuff that was going on Wednesday. Our hearts definitely go out to the families of the tragedy down in Florida, and it hits home, more and more, and we just want to put our little 2 cents in and give our message about, loving each other and doing better.
So where can fans look you guys up online? Like, do you guys have a Facebook? And tell us about where they can find out about SinhaveN online.
Yeah, we've got all the media. I guess you can call it media garbage. We're on Facebook, at SinhaveN. That's a capital SINHAVE and capital N. I know my bass player went for the Metallica thing. I don't know why, but it's cool. We're on Reverb Nation. There's a bunch of music on there that's for streaming, and there's a couple of free downloads, including World So Mad, the song you were just talking about. We have our 2017 EP. It's available. There's 5 songs on that. That's on CD Baby. So if you go to CD Baby, you can pick that up. We have our websites, SinhaveN.com, and you can get a hold of us at SinhaveN1@gmail.com. It's got all of our merchandise, our t-shirts, pretty much anything you're looking for. We got dog tags and bracelets and stickers and CDs and download cards and all the swag to pay the bills.
That's funny that you said that, because I actually have a picture pulled up I'm going to show right now of some of the SinhaveN t-shirts. So where can fans cop one of these SinhaveN t-shirts?
You can come to any one of our shows. We've always got them available at our shows. We don't have really, I think there's a button on our Facebook page that you can click that has a small store, but I'm not sure if it's been updated with some of the new merch. But you can always get a hold of us at SinhaveN1@gmail.com, or just give us a call. You know, we're a really personable band, so we don't have any problem with fans just calling us up on the phone, sending us personal messages, emails, whatever. Just get a hold of us, even if it's to say hi. You know,
Right,
you don't have to
right.
throw your money.
That's really cool. Saw that you just played Q106's Homegrown Throwdown. How was that?
That works. We did it last year as well. The way it works, they have 4 weeks of semifinals. They have 6 bands each night, and then it works on 25% ticket sales, 25% crowd vote, and 50% judges. So if you win your night, you automatically will go to the finals, and then we'll vote in 2 wild cards to the finals. We won our night and then went to the finals last night. We had a great show, had a great crowd, had good ticket sales. We just came up a little short and got knocked out of the finals, but we definitely want to throw a big thumbs up to the winners of last night, which was a band called 89th Key from Lansing, Michigan here.
89th Key. I definitely have to check them out, and thank you so much for shouting them out. Tell us about your song Catfight. That's a very interesting song with a very strong message. Did you write the lyrics?
Yeah, I wrote the lyrics to that a couple of years ago, and it never really had any music to match it. And then when I got in this band, you know, one of the guitar players started busting out with that wah rhythm at the beginning, and that was the first thing that popped into my mind. So
it's very catchy. Very catchy.
Yeah, Catfight is a kind of a rally for the chicks. You know, that you go play shows and you see all the girls wandering around in the crowd, but they really don't get their time to shine. You know, they definitely deserve some kudos for going to all the shows.
So speaking of shows, do you guys have any shows coming up that you want to tell us about?
Yeah, on March 2nd, up at the Loft in downtown Lansing, we're going to be doing a release show for some friends of ours. They're doing a video release, part of a Homegrown Throwdown. If you win, which the band that we're playing with on March 2nd is named Loa. They won Homegrown Throwdown last year, and part of the prize package is you get to do they get a music video done. So we're going to be playing their music video release party for their song Low God. We were really honored for them to invite us on that. So that's March 2nd at the Loft. And then we have a show opening. We actually got a call from some friends of ours at Diesel Concert Lounge in Chesterfield in Detroit. We're going to be opening for Flaw. You remember those guys?
Yeah, I remember Flaw. They played at Planet Rock.
Yeah, they've been a huge influence on me. This is the 3rd time that I'll get a chance to play with them with actually 2 different bands.
You know, it's funny that we're talking about the Q106 Homegrown Throwdown because I want to give a shout out to some of the former winners. Devereaux, they're actually good friends of mine. Do you know Devereaux?
Yeah, I remember some of those guys from Bloodletting.
From Bloodletting, yeah. So shout out to Devereaux. I still communicate with Chaz and David and Phil and all of the guys. And I think Jake's actually going to be calling into the show sometime later this week. So we look forward to seeing Devereaux and hearing Devereaux on the show. What other musicians have you played with? You know, because I know you've been in the music business in the local scene for a very, very, very long time. So I know that you've played with people like J.C. Goins. Who else have you played with?
Yeah, like you said, I've been around for a long time, man, just kind of lurking in the underbellies of the music. You know, I've jumped back and forth between the metal scene and for the hard rock scene for almost 25 years now. I noticed you did the show with JC. He's a great guy. I actually went to one of his shows when he was in Six Cylinder, and that's how I met Deleted by God, who I was with for just over 3 years. With Deleted by God, we did some really great shows. I got the honor to share the stage with Wayne Static before he passed away down in South Bend, Indiana. We played with Mushroom Head, we played with Ventana, we played with Sepultura, we played with Alien Ant Farm, we played, I mean, I could go on and on with the great bands that we've shared
I want to tell you a story that I remember. When I was very, very young, I was like barely 21 years old, and you were my sound guy for a headshot show in Homer, which was my brother and I's birthday. And then shortly after that, at the same venue, you came back and you performed and did sound also. That lineup was Headshot, Scorch, and Flawed by Design. Jason, do you remember those two shows?
Yeah, absolutely. That was what, probably the B. Henry building, I would imagine?
No, that was actually in Homer. The B. Henry building was in Marshall. I think you did a show for me there too once. But the two shows I'm speaking of are at the Grist Mill and Homer.
Okay, Grist Mill. All right, I got you. Yep, I do remember that. I do remember that.
We had a lot of fun, and that had that had to been at least 15, 20 years ago.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
All right, buddy.
I actually, when I get a chance, I actually have a bunch of VHS-C videos that I'm gonna get on DVD from shows from the B. Henry building and from Cardell Hall and Sherlock.
You know, you can actually send those to me, and I can do that. I have the capability of plugging in a VHS straight to digital. I actually did that over Christmas for family for a little extra money, because people have piles and piles and piles and piles of VHS tapes laying around. So if you happen to get them and you want them mastered and transferred to digital, just send them to me. Shoot me a message off here, and I'll get you my information. And if you like, we'll go and click up with that.
Cool. Yeah, there's a lot of people out there that'd be really interested.
Oh man, I would love to put some of that stuff in my show, man. That would be awesome, awesome, awesome. So, so I hear that Slayer is doing a final tour. Jason, what do you think about that?
Well, I was probably one of the first ones online at about 10:01 ordering tickets, so I'll be there coming out of pit retirement for one night.
Yeah, what's the date on that show that you're going to be going to?
That's at the that's in Detroit on, I want to say, June 7th.
Guys,
I don't have the date exactly.
Slayer is doing their final tour. You heard it here from DJ Don and Jasun Pierpoint. You better get your tickets. Is that right, Jason?
I'm pretty sure about 90% of that tour is sold out. So if you buy your tickets, you're going to be spending some money for them.
Oh yeah, and I'm totally down familiar with that on how that works. Do you have any advice for a new singer that just started a band and wants to get his name out? Say, what should he spend his time doing?
You know, nowadays a lot of it is getting your name out there and branding everything that you do. But for actual, like, personal, I've always loved what Dave Grohl says. You know, he says, just, you know, if you want to be a musician, just get together with a bunch of your friends, go into the basement or the garage and just suck and suck and suck until you're good, and then go out and play some shows.
Okay. So just got two more questions for you. Who are some other bands in Michigan in your area that we should be looking out for? You know, like other bands that you're jamming with, or other bands that might be on your iPod. Tell us other local Michigan bands that we should be looking out for.
Oh man, there's a million to list. Right off the top of my head, we've been really good friends with a band called Oddsfish. They're more of kind of a like lower tone, rocky, groovy type thing. They're a female fronted band, really talented musicians. There's another band right now that's forming from some other bands that broke up out of Chelsea, Michigan, called Absolute. Mike Gensel is actually in that band from Six Cylinder.
Okay, cool.
They're going to be putting some stuff together. You got to get a hold of them. That would be a great interview. We just met a band called Nagazi from up by Mount Pleasant. They played Homegrown. They came in 3rd place last night. They are brutal as all can be.
Make sure you check those guys out.
Yep, and another band, Revolution in Progress, are some new friends of ours that we just met. We really had a great time with those guys. They played on our night of Homegrown, and they're kind of like a Rage Against the Machine / Skindred, if you remember that.
Sweet. All right, buddy. So before we wrap this up, I want to give you the microphone to shout out anything or anyone, buddy. So go ahead.
I'll just say, thank you to you, Don, man. This is really cool. Congratulations on the new radio program you got going on here. I've listened to some of the stuff you've done the past couple of programs and episodes. Dude, it's really cool, and congratulations. I'm glad your business is doing well, and you've always been a big promoter of music. So first of all, shout out to you. Shout out to all of our friends and fans that came out last night. We didn't take the win, but, if I got to one person in the crowd and they enjoyed it, then, I won 100 times over. So thank you very much to all of our friends and fans, and we'll see you guys out on the road for sure.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is Jasun Pierpoint, the lead singer of SinhaveN, Lansing, Michigan. Before you go, I have one last question. If you got a random call from the government and they said, Jason, we need you to choose the next president of the United States, who are you choosing and why?
Well, you know, one of my golden rules is I really don't talk politics too much, but I definitely think that I know I get a lot of slack for this, but I think Bill Maher would be a good president.
Bill Maher, that's a good choice. I actually think Judge Judy would make a good president because she's no nonsense. She's no nonsense. She's fair, and she will tell you like it is.
There you go, man. That's definitely a good answer too.
Guys, it's been great. Check out Jasun Pierpoint online and his band SinhaveN. Make sure you check out the singles World's So Mad and Cat Fight. It's been awesome, Jason, hanging out with you, and we'll talk to you soon, buddy.
All right, man. Thanks, Don.
All right, later. Guys, that was Jasun Pierpoint, the lead singer from SinhaveN. Make sure you guys go check them out on Facebook, and you go to their shows, and you shout them out, because they are rocking. I've seen Jasun Pierpoint live, and you won't be disappointed. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm still your host, DJ Don, with Cherished Memories DJ. Make sure you check out our latest episodes, and we'll see who we got coming up next. I'm out. Peace. Thank you guys for checking out my show, and if you guys are looking to get interviewed, make sure you guys hit me up. If you're a musician and you want to get exposure, hit me up, DJ Don, CherishedMemoriesDJ.com. Keep up with all my latest happenings by hitting the subscribe button. Go ahead, do it now.